More 21 Pilots. The Clancy album is out. Routines in the Night is what we're listening to today. But if you want the entire unedited, unscripted, it is just raw footage of me reacting to the entire album all together, go to Patreon and check it out there. The VIP tier on Patreon, it's a $7 tier. It's a great opportunity for you to support the channel and also to be able to watch this entire thing all together with unedited clips in between where I'm stopping and I'm starting and I'm doing things over again. You can go see that if you want to check that out. Just hop on over to Patreon. The VIP tiers where you get to see the entire Clancy album all together as opposed to the individual songs that are put out on YouTube. But without further ado, it is time for 21 Pilots and Routines in the Night.
The next one is Routines in the Night. Yes. So next song we have Routines in the Night. Let's just this is I guess the 5th song on the record. And in case you tuned in a little late, welcome to our live stream. We're 21 Pilots. We're debuting our record that came out just now. It's called Clancy. There's 13 songs on it. We have a music video for every song. And we are premiering each music video here tonight. Overcompensate, Next Semester, and Backslide are the first 3 songs on the record. Those music videos already existed, and they were already out. So we started on the 4th song, which was Midwest Indigo, which we just watched. Mm-hmm. This is all for our moms, by the way. I think just to make sure that they're on the same page.
And moms, just because you haven't heard the album yet, because it's just coming out now, it's an amazing album.
Our moms didn't listen to the leak.
No
way.
I think they're going to be
They
proud
are not
of this
leakers.
No, they're not.
You leaker.
You leak listener.
At the risk of...
That's a commercial, right?
Yeah.
Lit
Liquor.
linker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this next one, track number 5 on the record. It's called Routines in the Night. It's got a music video for it. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this one.
Walk the layout, routines in the night. Some doors have stay out, spray painted and white while all the world's asleep. I walk around instead through the memories down the halls of my head. Walk the
What?
routines in the night. Some doors
Yep.
have stay out,
Yep.
spray painted and white while all the world's asleep. I walk around instead through the memories.
Man, if this isn't an amazing description of what he's been through, what a lot of people have been through, but a lot of what he's put in his music. He's got the paint still all there, him waking himself up, in rest, waking himself up. And that house is a house of memories. That house is a house of his head, his mind, and everything that he's been through. And some have spray painted "Stay Out." It's interesting that they're spray painted white, which most doors are white. So I'm wondering if you wouldn't be able to see it. And so you might still go back in that room and not actually see the "Stay Out" sign on that. While all the world's asleep, man, this whole idea of waking up in the middle of the night, walking the entire layout of the house, your routine of going through, anybody who does that, especially with any kind of OCD or any kind of anxiety, any kind of real stress and worry, and you go through and you continue to walk back through the same thoughts, through the same memories, through the same experiences that you've had, and literally describing a house and walking down the hallways and into the different rooms, through the memories, down the halls of my head, because in the head are a bunch of different hallways. It's a perfect way to put it with anybody who's dealt with stress, anxiety, depression. I haven't seen a ton of the lore in this album so far. This could be applied to it, I think, just because so much of, I think, Dima and Trench is how much do we put ourselves there? We're not actually placed in Dima. We put ourselves there with what experiences we've been through, how we interpret those experiences, and what we feel like we are stuck in. And until there's freedom from being stuck, until there's an epiphany and an awakening and a realization that I don't deserve this and I have a way to rebuild myself and reclaim myself, it's very hard to get out of something like Dima, which is the anxiety, the stress, and being locked down, kind of. So what I say is therapy is what releases you from a lot of that. the trauma, the anxiety, the past experiences, the doubts, the suffering. Therapy can release you from that by saying there are ways for you to rebuild yourself and reclaim yourself and make yourself stronger, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, so that you can live life and you can look forward instead of always looking back. Remember, reflect on the past, don't dwell in the past. It's quite a start here with the house and him sleeping and then getting woken up by the painted Tyler. I do wonder if Josh would make an appearance in this because there are a bazillion rooms in here. There he is. Gosh. Such a sweet melody to this song, to a horrible story. Like, it's just this little poppy beat. I love this. This is so much mental health, just so much mental health packed into this. That entire last two pieces there. Here comes the new night, but I'll send it through. Pass. Just going to stay in this same cycle, y'all. It's the same cycle. I'll probably jump on the next one. I'm testing the limits of what a mind can do. I'm keeping my eyelids up, and he was just literally there like that. That hypervigilance, that hyper alertness, hyper aware state. That's, when we get out of our window of tolerance, which is what we can normally live in with normal anxiety, and we get like either too hyper aroused or too hypo aroused, which is the depressed side of it. We get out of whack, and he's describing that here. No matter what, I'm gonna keep my eyelids up, and you never know, something could happen, something horrible could happen, but if I'm awake, it won't happen, but it does happen because it drives me crazy. And listen to this, so beautiful, the space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream. That little space, a painful reminder, and just to me is almost reflecting versus dwelling. The painful reminder is like, ooh, that happened. The terrible dream is the dwelling in the past. It's I don't want to dream. If I go have a terrible dream, I'm going to be sucked back into that. So I'd rather just have a little painful reminder. So sad. Been here before. I've got time. I mean, I can show you. I can walk you around. Dude, no thanks. Yellow flowers. Yep. 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 There's all the cloaks. Dima. All the bishop's cloaks. I don't know what the yellow flowers were from, but obviously the yellow's been pretty apparent. And this is just too much. It's too much. I could spend forever on this because it's too much mental health going in this, especially the REM cycle skip, recurring, keeps coming around, REM cycle skip, night psycho trip. When you skip REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, I talk about this with the EMDR in treatment with trauma all the time with people that I do. When you don't have the rapid eye movement cycle, that is where your eyes actually jiggle in your head. If you watch somebody, children do this because their eyes don't always close completely when they're sleeping, and you can see their eyes will bounce back and forth. That is the eyelids crossing the midline of the brain and tapping on both sides of the brain, and actually like a bicycle, making the brain actually start to crank and turn. and dump out all the subconscious, unconscious stuff that needs to get rid of that you couldn't process during the day. So it's actually a shredder in a sense to everything. So if you don't do that, it all stays in there. And that's why things get worse and worse. That's why EMDR is so valuable for this. But you don't want to stay in this, but he is staying in this. And so what we do with EMDR is we replicate the rapid eye movement cycle. We actually tap on both sides of the brain. If you tap on both sides of the body like this, it's like the eyelids going back and forth, rapid eye movement. Same thing with the traumatic experience. And that helps the brain settle down and desensitize to the trauma, to the stress, or to the anxiety, which then makes that anxiety not so stressful. It's a pretty cool thing. But he's like, man, this is a repeated cycle. You've got I feel like that's the bishop's 8 of them there.
The space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream.
Flowers.
Been here before, I've got time. I'll give you the tour, show you why.
There's the number on a shirt.
I'll show you why.
Contemplating.
I'll show you why.
Now he's in a smaller space. He was tiny in there. No room is comfortable. That's nicer. So cool. So sad. Just a never-ending cycle. Now he's got Cheez-Its.
That was Routines in the Night.
No
Josh
popcorn.
has got another snack.
Oh,
It's getting later. Every video we show, it seems to just keep getting later.
and somehow
Tyler just
feels
wanted to
like
get
this
it
is a
done.
Morning show. Look how
We're in our
energetic
jammies.
we are.
Are you guys in your jammies? What are you
No.
sleeping? In
I should sleep in this, but I
you know,
don't.
like not a creepy.
I have pajamas
like a cool, like an
that I get
uncle
every
way to-
Christmas from my
This?
wife.
I sleep
Yeah,
in
Mark.
this.
I wear them all year.
I showed up and you guys started laughing like, "Oh, dude,
Is that-
good bit." And
Do
I
you
was
feel
like,
He's
what are
like,
you
this
talking
is what I
about?
wear.
Is that hot or cold? I can't.
"It's very breathable.
Is it a lot going on underneath?
It lets all the dreams in."
Mark really honks you me's every night.
A lot going
I
on
don't know what that
underneath.
is.
It's a way that that's the way you snore when you walk
Cartoons,
around with
usually
a
cartoons.
candlestick.
Oh,
I have just enough cats to where I honk shoe me. That's just like a cat owner thing.
yeah.
oh, you know what? I was gonna say Routines probably wouldn't have been on the record if it weren't for Josh.
This is why I don't stop and just cut the video, because it's like they keep going on and on about different things. Let's go back to Routines of the Night. And it wouldn't have been on there except for Josh. Thank you, Josh, because this was a heavy mental health song and I think so relatable to so many people.
Oh, dude, I love that song.
That's what you had to keep telling me for me to want to put it on the record.
Yeah, I think it's a great song. You guys can disagree. You shouldn't, but
I shouldn't,
I think
and I won't.
yeah, I think it deserves a spot on the record, and I think the music video is cool. How many times do we move the drums?
I see people talking about how it's like this guy just drums in all the weirdest places. Like, what do you want video?
I know. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. What else am I supposed to do?
I gotta tone down the frustrated Tyler. I think
No, I
don't
like
think-
it.
something about getting in pajamas and still being up. It's like my body's like, what are you doing?
I think that's called being a cranky baby.
Oh.
You're sleepy and you're getting more aggressive.
Okay, that is Routines in the Night. And what a cool, I mean, all the additions with them doing a live stream and talking just about their music and the album and the lore or not, and what songs are going to have it. because no matter what they do, they're not going to satisfy everybody. You can't please everybody all the time. So they want to create what they're going to create, which I appreciate. And I love the music. Of course, I'm a mental health professional, so I love anything mental health. And I don't have to have everything be exactly the way I want it. If it's not mental health, it's okay to me too. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Even if I see a lore song, I see Overcompensate. Awesome. I love that. But I just love their music. I love their storytelling. And I love the way that they create. It's pretty dang cool, if I do say so myself. So remember, it's not real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want help, check the links in the description. And please, leave us your comments. Remember, go to Patreon, the VIP tier, $7 tier. It is worth it to see the entire unedited version of this entire Clancy album that we do. You don't want to miss that. It's over on Patreon. Please go check it out. It's a great way to support the channel, and you get a bunch of benefits that come with that also. Remember, mental health matters. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.